Hello there, it's me, Sari here again, and today I thought I'd give you an update on what I have experimented with these molds and different kinds of glue sticks and such. It started when I bought this set of Mod Podge high temp mini mod melts, and they are milk glass white of color and they look like this. So I did try putting them in. I got myself a high temperature glue gun and I put this one in, and I've got half of it left here as I can see, and I found out that I had a mold since before, and these are made for chocolate definitely. So I thought I'd just put in a couple of letters here, and I spelled my name here easily like this, Sari. And the thing that I found out that the part that is close to the nozzle here is hot, and that one actually runs through quite quickly, but then when it's feeding itself and getting more of this glue thing out there, it gets sort of thready, and you really have to help it go there, go there, go there. And the more new glue you are putting in here, the more time it needs really to melt. So pay attention to that. This one is also a bit more thready than regular glue like this. So that's my, it feels like there's quite a lot that goes off when I'm doing this, so it isn't a cheap version of anything, and you get these different kinds of bumples and different kinds of leftover pieces that you have to trim off, but it's easily done with a pair of scissors really. And if you are then going to glue these down, I would recommend you to use regular glue gun in order to actually make sure that you can get these flat, because the glue itself is going to adapt to the shape on the back side here. Then I went ahead and made the same thing with the same mold out of black glue. And these look rather nice, I think. I mean, these are better because in this case, this glue gun that I have, it's a bit bigger. This one actually had the tendency to keep the glue melted a bit longer. And even though I did feed this with more glue, it sort of made the job for me pretty easily, I must say. And the ones that I've got here are made with the same kind of glue, but I used a smaller glue gun that I had at home. And I'm thinking that, well, I had to struggle a little bit. It was a bit of threadiness there as well. And I have made these small candy looking letters with this mold. This is bought at Panduro, and it has got the complete alphabet and then some. It has got an et sign, and I think that is it. It's just one more letter really. And a funny thing happened yesterday, I must tell you about this. I had a class here making a mini album, and I had these black and sort of see-through bits lying on the table like so. And one of the course people that came here, I'm just going to try these out, you know, and she was ready to put it in her mouth, and I said, no, 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 please stop, they are made out of glue. But they do sure do look like licorice, don't they? So they do look tasty, so beware if you have these lying around at home, make sure your children are going to taste these. Then I went ahead and tried two other molds out that I had at home. I made two arrows. These are for ice cubes, I think. So in this case, the black is sort of eating up a little bit of that yellow mold rubber. So pay attention to that. So you're not going to put anything here that has to do with ice or chocolate or anything. And my tip to you is that if you're going to have a mold, just keep it for crafts purposes, because I'm not sure if you can ever clean this up ever again. So the same thing went here. I did get the glue in really nicely, but I had to wait for a bit because this one took a little bit longer to harden, so to speak. And you can see that there's a difference. This is the side that I have poured the glue in at, and this is the side that I get when I'm taking it out of the mold. Of course I could turn it around and have it like that if I wanted to, or just keep them shiny like that. But these you need to trim as well, because they do have a little bit of excess here and there. And then I went ahead using another mold actually. I did use this one, it's a skull and it has got some bones here as well. And I put that one there, and this is also an ice cube thing. And this one also took quite some time to actually harden, but it does look quite funky now, doesn't it? And you could of course put some Inca Gold shimmer paste on top just to highlight some things. It seems like my jar is now finally, I'm not telling finally, but it has started to dry up, so it's not as liquid or creamy as it was before. I'm sure I could make it work with just a little bit of water on a brush or something, but in this case I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then I went ahead and tried out this mold and pour mold. I had made this before with a Buddha's head, and somehow the nose is flattened. I don't know why, but it sure does make the job pretty nicely. Usually I may put some UT in these, melted UT that is. But in this case I just had to give it a go with the glue. And this one didn't take forever to dry, even though it is a bit thick. I mean, it's thicker than the arrows and everything, but this one actually did get hard pretty nicely. So that's it from me. I mean, just go wild with melt glue and such, but pay attention to not leave these so the children can reach them and think that they are candy. Or just have a really proper glue gun. I should say perhaps you should need to go one step bigger than the mini glue guns, because this one actually keeps the heat going really nicely. So go for this, but then you'll of course going to need some thicker glue cartridges, because you can see there's a difference here. So that's it from me. I see that the battery is running out, so I have to pause here. I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.